1490 WLCX, real news and great conversation for La Crosse. Here's your daily news roundup.
For Civic Media News, I'm Connie Fellman. Green Bay Packers running back Josh Jacobs was formally charged in Brown County Court yesterday with 2 misdemeanors. Here's Civic Media's Melissa Kay with more.
Jacobs was arrested in May on suspicion of domestic abuse, but at the time, the Brown County District Attorney withheld a decision on charging Jacobs pending further investigation. Jacobs was released from the Brown County Jail following the arrest. He is charged with misdemeanor battery and criminal damage to property following a domestic dispute at his Village of Hobart home on May 23rd. Green Bay Packers general manager Brian Gutekunst said on Wednesday the team was preparing for any possibility with uncertainty surrounding Jacobs' status.
I'm Melissa Kay, Civic Media News.
Jacobs is scheduled to appear in court on November 17th. This is the Packers gear up to host their final preseason game at Lambeau tonight in what'll be a battle of the brothers. Packers head coach Matt LaFleur against little brother Mike LaFleur, first-year head coach of the Cardinals. They're not the only two brothers who will be on opposing sidelines tomorrow night. Packers receiver Bo Melton's brother Max Melton is a cornerback for the Cardinals. Kickoff is set for 7 p.m. tonight. The Baraboo Police Department is investigating a shooting that happened during an attempted armed robbery Wednesday night. Baraboo Police Chief Justin Carloni spoke with Civic Media about the incident.
We did have a shooting during an attempt robbery that occurred in the 200 block of 4th Avenue. It appears that it was narcotics related.
Police say a 23-year-old man had set up a meeting with 2 people for a suspected drug deal. 2 masked suspects allegedly tried to rob the victim at gunpoint, with one of the suspects shooting him. The victim was taken to the hospital for his injuries and is expected to recover. Anyone with information is asked to call the Baraboo Police Department. Fond du Lac County Sheriff's deputies say they found human remains in a rural Fond du Lac home. According to the Sheriff's Office, investigators found human skulls, skeletal remains, and memorabilia related to serial killers while executing a warrant at the home last month. 47-year-old Benjamin Larson was charged with stalking in Dane County Court on August 18th after a Madison area woman reported being harassed by him for more than a decade. When authorities searched Larson's home, the criminal complaint says they found items allegedly from Ed Gein's grave, a jar labeled as containing a piece of John Wayne Gacy's brain, and other bottles labeled as poison. Detectives are working with a forensic anthropologist to determine whether the remains are real. An initial exam indicated many of the remains are likely ancient Native American in origin. Baraboo police are asking for your help after a shooting there Wednesday night. Police say the shooting happened during a suspected drug deal. They say a 23-year-old man set up a meeting with 2 people who showed up wearing masks and tried to rob him at gunpoint. One of the suspects shot the victim, but his injuries were not life-threatening. Baraboo Police Chief Justin Carloni is asking anyone who may know something about this incident to let police know.
And we're looking for any help from the public that might have additional outside information that might help us strengthen our case and provide additional insight into this investigation.
Police say the shooting was isolated to the alleged drug deal and there's no danger to the public. Anyone with information can call the Baraboo Police non-emergency line. Law enforcement in the Fox Valley are investigating after a man's body was found in the Fox River yesterday. Outagamie County Sheriff's deputies say they found the body in the village of Kimberly near Sunset Park just before noon yesterday. They say there's no indication of foul play and the investigation is ongoing. And that's your state news update. I'm Connie Fellman for Civic Media News.
Packers football tonight. Hi, I'm Mike Clemens with Sports in Green Bay, where the Packers play their final preseason game against the Arizona Cardinals. The last chance for players like receiver Will Shepard to make the team. Shepard had 6 catches for 47 yards and a touchdown last week in Denver. Can he do it again tonight?
Yeah, definitely. Just going to go out there, do my job, and whatever plays come to me, make the most of it.
Baseball. The Brewers opening a weekend series tonight at AmFam Field against the Texas Rangers. The Rangers in second place in the AL West, a game behind the Astros. The Brewers with an 8-2 win last night over the Mets in New York. Jacob Mizorowski could have called it a night after 5 complete innings, but told Pat Murphy he wanted more.
That's right. Well, that's what makes Miz special. He wanted that. Not ideal conditions. He could be thinking about other stuff, but he was focused on one thing. He was focused on helping this team. He knew what it was. I gave him the option. I said, hey, man, you okay? We're at the top of the order, whatever. He goes, I want it.
That's the Brewers manager, Pat Murphy. With sports, I'm Mike Clemens.
That's your La Crosse News Roundup from WLCX. Find more news anytime at lacrosseeagle.com. Subscribe to this podcast on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you find your podcasts.